morning everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. Thank you for joining me again today. Oh boy, okay, so following up on the bits and pieces that I didn't get to yesterday, 8th January 6th hearing is happening on Thursday night your time, so that'll be Friday's reading. So if you want anything looked at tomorrow, please let me know either in the comments below or email me if you feel that you can't come out publicly in regards to this. So what I'm going to have a look at today is, well, I'll start off with, I'll have a look at Charlie Crist, who was a Reagan-era Republican who, gosh, that feels like absolutely forever ago, Reagan, who has since become a Democrat. So he's not a conservative Democrat, but he is a moderate Democrat. There is a difference. Manchin and Sinema, I would say, are conservative Democrats. He's more a, if I say a Liz Cheney style Democrat, he's not radically left, but he is socially conscious. Is that how you put it? Okay, so I want to have a look at Charlie Crist. He's he's the Democrat running against DeSantis, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just caught that somewhere along the way on something that I was watching a couple of days back. Crist, C-R-I-S-T, Charlie Crist. So, Florida. Oh, anybody but DeSantis, please. And when's oh well, might have a look at that today. When's the Matt Gaetz thing going to come to a head? The child trafficking, the underage, weird stuff going on in his home. Let's have a look. Anyhow, entertainment purposes only, as always. Allegedly, in all honesty, this is a tarot reading. I am not a lawyer, I am not a politician, I am somebody sitting in the corner of my house reading tarot cards with the assistance of my spirit guide, so it is all for entertainment purposes only. So please tell me. Okay, well, Russia's popped out again. Was that for DeSantis, or was that for Gaetz, or was that for Crist? Let's have a look. Tell me about Charlie Crist and his bid for election. Charlie Crist, tell me about. Knight of Pentacles has come forward. The slow, steady, diligent, can mean mercenary. Often it does mean mercenary depending on who I'm reading on. But this is a slow, steady, dependable knight bringing forth the Ace of Pentacles, which is about, can be wealth, but it's also about health protection, homeland security, abundance, all those sorts of wonderful material-based instances. But yeah, in this particular one, he is moving slowly. He is moving slowly forward, dependably. His horse is under control, unlike some of the other knights. But tell me about Charlie Crist and his run for Florida. Charlie Crist and his run for Florida. Right, sometimes Master takes a bit longer to shuffle for those that know me. Can't rush these things. If you're learning tarot, then you will get a feel of when the cards are actually ready. Crossed by the Lovers. Challenged by the Lovers. Which I'm thinking is DeSantis and his agreements with Trumpism. Okay. Thank you, Master. He's getting he never used to tell me to correct myself until after a reading, so we had words over that quite a long time ago. And now he tells me during the readings, which is so much better, if I'm off track. So he is being challenged by Trumpism, basically. Base of the pack is the government, so this is the government election. In the past, the Two of Cups. In the past. So this is about relationships and agreements in the past, under the moon. So I'm wondering whether this may have been his Reagan-esque time and arrangements and agreements he made there. But it is a very balanced and stable cup of emotions, this particular one, and agreements. It is in the past. See where this leads. Oh gosh, okay, thank you. I just glanced down at that and I was so drawn to the rainbow. So this is his lead up to his nomination and to the election, is his diplomatic, stable, calm agreements that he's made. I'm drawn to the rainbow in regards to the unity of diversity, and then the fish who brings this message of abundance. So thank you. So there was quite a lot in that card, and that's the lead up to where he is now. Ten of Pentacles, I suspect, I haven't looked into it, well funded. The money chest is full. It's also about the ending, the moving towards the end of an era. And I think what it is, it's also the end of this financial corruption, if that makes sense. His war chest is full, but it's also people are fed up with what is being exposed as the financial Pandora's box that has been exposed. Immediate future, King of Pentacles. Okay. Sometimes my trump card, but less and less often now, because I know that he doesn't have this money. His trump is now more to be the Emperor card, the Patriarchal My Way or the Highway aggression card. But we've got the King of Pentacles here. I'm not sure who this is. It's the immediate future. Externally, Five of Cups. Ooh, okay, so loss, disappointment, but there are two cups still standing. This is him being, and okay, internally an offer. And it's an offer being made, but a disappointment at the offer being made. But all the cups are upright. Potentially take the offer. This is internally. Okay, let's see where this leads. Hopes and fears, Ace of Cups. So we're getting a heck of a lot of cups in this reading as well. Couple of Pentacles, well, 3 Pentacles, 4 Cups. This is about a new emotional beginning, an emotional overwhelming, new cycle. So I think this is what the hope is, that he is new. The cycle is there's going to be a new start in this cycle of plenty, but also partnerships, agreements, keeping an eye on things. The outcome. Okay, 3 of Wands. There is a plan coming to fruition. It is about the ship coming in. This is about the strength. This is, oh, okay, I'm glad at this outcome. I was a bit worried down here, internally and externally. It may look like things aren't going quite so hunky-dory, but I've got here the 3 of Wands, which is a plan coming to fruition, the ship coming in, the Strength card, which is about bringing forward compassion, inner compassion, purely strength, the strength of the matter, and this Fool, which is a new start, very much a new start, setting off on a new journey in hope and faith. So that, to me, is telling me that it might look a bit so-so for a while there, but it looks like he's going to actually come through. Then we have the Two of Wands, which is about, it is about a plan, but a plan of what path to take, which is the base of the pack is the energy here and now, right now. Not the immediate future, but the here and now. The Sun, full illumination, things being exposed, anxiety. Ooh, okay. The Empress, which is Russia. And we have my Biden, Democratic card, and inevitability. And have the Chariot, messages coming forward, ending as there is a whistleblower. Now, I'm seeing this bit. This is not Crist. This is the energy of what is happening here and now. The path that was chosen is going to be exposed and lead to anxiety in regards to Russian influence. This is Biden bringing forward, or his administration, Biden's administration. I suspect they're actually investigating Florida and DeSantis, which leads to an inevitable ending, a judgment call. Things happening very quickly, which will lead to downfall and death, endings via a whistleblower in regards to giving and receiving money, and they are working behind the scenes on this at the moment. So I'll have a quick look at DeSantis, because the energy is here and now. So Christie is not a player so much in that here and now energies when we're talking about, Crist regarding DeSantis. It is the DeSantis energies. What am I going to use? What cards am I going to use? I'm going to use the money cards. Tell me about DeSantis. So I split the cards. Tell me about DeSantis. How will he go in Florida against Christie? How will so this is leading me and those who are used to watching me will know that I get off on these little tangents, because that was a really interesting finish to that. It looks like it looks really good for Crist, except for the external internal energies now. It's looking a bit, Five of Cups, Four of Cups, but the outcome is looking really good. And then I had those energies in regards to DeSantis. Sorry, these cards flew out when I was thinking about DeSantis. Partnerships, agreements, uncomfortable partnerships and agreements. Heartbreak and loss, despair. Look at this figure at the bottom here, looking absolutely horrified at this potential truth piercing through. And then we have the investigators. Female energy investigation. I don't know if DeSantis is under any sort of investigation. Let me know if you know, but let's have a look. DeSantis, tell me about how will DeSantis go being challenged by Crist, Charlie Crist. How will DeSantis go being challenged by Charlie Crist? DeSantis challenged by Charlie Crist. How will DeSantis, from DeSantis' point of view, how will he go in Florida elections? Okay. Let's have a look. Oh, there are things hidden at the moment. There is a hidden agenda. There are things that we are not aware of in play. Crossed by temperance, the rebalancing, the bringing back to reality. Okay, 2 major arcana. Again, gosh, I've been getting a lot of majors lately. Temperance, moderation, rebalancing, bringing 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land, so 1 in emotions, 1 in reality. But bringing back the balance of reality to the emotions. You see they're pouring from the cup from the land to the cup of the water. So this hidden is being challenged by a move back to moderation. Message is going to come forward. Star of Hope in the back in the past. Now I have seen this read as the person it being read upon thinks that they're all wonderful and the Star of Hope, etc., etc. This is about respite and restoration. Again, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. But this is also, I've seen it read, which I do tend to agree with in regards to the US, is this is the best of the US. But I also see this, okay, thank you, Meister. Oh, he's going to be talking to me a lot today, I think. What he's telling me here is that DeSantis thought he was all wonderful and untouchable, and he was a rising star in his own. He was the shining star in his own opinion, but this is in the past. Thank you, Most. You're just giving me a little dizzy head to say, yep. Okay, it's. He knows it's not a done deal. He's juggling both finances. I don't know whether he's tight on finances in exactly the same spot. For Crist, we got the 10 of Pentacles, which is the chest full of money. So I don't know if DeSantis is having issues raising finances, but I think what's happening here too is he's been seen. So he's trying to keep all his balls in the air while he hops on 1 foot, while juggling away, etc., keeping his hat on. Immediate future. The truth is moving. The loading up of the truth in this boat is what is moving it forward, moving out of the lies. So that's the immediate future. Externally, well, you saw me shuffle. Externally, I don't think DeSantis is going to go particularly well here. Internally, internally, he still thinks it's all hope and glory and wonderful, wonderful. He has put out feelers about running for president in 24. Internally, he thinks he's got it wrapped up due to gerrymandering. This is my voter card. But externally, yeah, wouldn't be surprised if the illusion and delusion card pops up. Here he is having to defend himself. And there is Lady Justice. Actions and consequences, sword of truth, justice, full illumination, message coming forward in regards to his circles of support that is going to force him into retreat, and then inevitable ending, judgment, somehow wrapped up with the Trump organization in Russia. Do I need to go further with that? I don't think I do. So, not looking so good for DeSantis. Oh, we're running out of time. Come on, bring all this information forward. Not looking so good for DeSantis. So, if I was a betting person, which I am not recommending whatsoever, just a turn of phrase, I'd put my 2 cents on Crist for that. Okay. What I'm going to have a look at next is, oh gosh, I just want to see how what's Trump going to be up to when it comes to his Australia First Agency Summit. He's scheduled to speak on the second afternoon, which is the 26th of July, using my trip and wait cards. Tell me about Trump. I wouldn't, it might be a bit soon. I wouldn't be surprised if the January 6th Commission, it would be really smart of them to actually have the hearing the day before or that morning, just to really put him off kilter. But let's see, the information that comes out on the 21st, this Thursday, is going to be extremely interesting. I think it's, okay, thank you, Master. He says it's going to affect something to do with the then Trump's speech. I'm getting that it may not even go ahead, his speech on the 26th, due to information that comes out. Will Trump speak at the January 1st America First Agency Summit? Will Trump's speech go ahead? Will Trump's speech go ahead? Will Trump's speech go ahead? The mercenary, fool's gold, the money melting. Here he is. Wow. I'm suspecting, very possibly not, there is something that's going to come out in this. If you can hear crunching in the background, that's the cat having her very late brunch after she got out of bed. This is a mercenary who gets paid the pentacles. Slow moving, but his services are paid for. And that's Trump. I mean, his services are paid for. He couldn't give a rat's ass. Oh, excuse my French. I apologise for that. He couldn't give a rat's behind about actually being president. He is purely doing it. And in fact, he actually hates the job. He's in it for the money and he's in it for the power. But this is about the money, the mercenary position. And the money is just melting in his hands, dissipating. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. He would have been financially better off if he hadn't even contemplated what he's becoming president. There is information going to come out about contracts and agreements, thank you, Meister. He has contracted to speak at this America First Agency Summit. So he's going to, but it's not going to go well for him. Here he is, truth coming forward. Oh, next card, the moon. Again, what's with these major arcana and then Russia? So, I think he's going to. I think he's contracted to, so he is going to, but it's not going to go well for him. As the truth comes out in regards to the seedy, corrupt underbelly dealings with Russia. What's the next card? And then we have the lawmakers here. Base the pack. There is a whistleblower that's going to come forward in regards to Trump's circle of support. So I think he's going to, but it's not going to go well for him because there is information that's going to start coming out about Russian influence. And oh yeah, isn't it fabulous? You know, he can go to this summit and get paid to rah-rah, but he can't talk to Letitia James. Just shush my cynicism there. Shush my cynicism. Okay, I'm just going to ask how it's going to go for him. So, from what I saw there, he is going to go ahead with this speech. It's not going to go well for him. He's going to blurt out something that's really going to damage him. Okay, thank you, Meister. I'll wait till the summary comes out. I couldn't watch him to save my life. I'm sorry. I'll wait till the printed summary comes out. But tell me about Trump. Trump and his... Okay, is Trump going to announce his presidency, running for his presidency? Is Trump going to announce running for the presidency? He has a plan to do so, that he sees being victorious. He has a hidden agenda in regards to this, and he sees it as a way to improve his lot, his financial lot. And it is about reaping what you sow financially. So I get the feeling that that's his plan, but is it actually going to go down? So I'll just do a full, and then I'll very quickly read on the SS missing electronic communications. Okay, tell me, Meister. Trump's speech in Washington to the Australia First Summit thingy. How's it going to go? Oh, he sees himself as the shining star. We got that for DeSantis as well. Funny old lot how they view themselves and what turned over there. He's really struggling financially. Really struggling. He's having to decide what to actually pay. He's grifting to get the money in from his supporters to pay the interest on his loans. He is not going. And then my reading the other day on how it's going to go in the New York fraud case. Justice has popped out as I'm talking about that. The New York case, how he's going to lose that. He's going to lose his real estate in regards to that. It's not looking good all round, but tell me about the energies with Trump's speech to the America First Summit. Tell me about the energies of Trump's speech, the America First Summit. Right, thank you. Oh, well, speaking of Letitia James, the energies are, he is under investigation. The star of restoration, the best of the United States. Okay, interesting energies. Base is the lovers, contracts and agreements, uncomfortable contracts and agreements in the past, having to defend himself, setting up boundaries in the past. Crowning the reading is the dark money, the money laundering, reaping what you sow. Externally, he's going to have to defend himself. Internally, yeah, we've got this again. I mean, you saw me shuffle. Internally, he's finding it financially extremely difficult at the moment. Hopes and fears that he's going to pull a rabbit out of a hat is his hope. His fear is that there's going to be this unexpected information come forward. Here he is on all his smugness, but there's a message that's going to come forward from the lawmakers about a hidden agenda with Trump org and the lack of. Oh, okay, Russia's popped up again. Okay, what have we got on the base? Isolation, infighting, lies and deceptions and betrayal, the Biden administration judgment happening quickly. Again, didn't we nearly draw exactly those same cards in a different deck? The Biden administration judgment happening quickly and inevitability being judged. So he's finding himself, he feels at the moment isolated, and he's just this internal fighting within himself in regards to his lies. But we've got the money laundering, we've got Russia, we've got the Trump org, we've got the investigators, we've got him juggling his money, we've got contracts. It's not looking good. And then we have the Biden administration bringing forward judgment quite rapidly. So, okay. Thank you, Master. The energies around his speech, I am getting that he is going to rail against what he sees as injustices. He's going to rail against the Biden administration, it's just going to be same old, perpetuating the big lie about the election fraud. It's just going to be same old, which people are tired of. They don't want to hear it anymore, but that's the energies I'm getting from the speech. But there is going to be information come out, so it'll be interesting. Okay, the very quickly. Okay, in case you haven't heard, and it is everywhere, so hopefully you have, bizarrely, the Secret Service text message communications between the agents who were involved, who were with Trump on January the 6th, their text messages from the 5th and 6th have disappeared. Obviously, the Secret Service are denying because they could never admit to anything like this. I'm not saying they couldn't admit because they're embarrassed. They literally just cannot admit to anything like this. The Office of the Inspector General is investigating these missing so-called deleted texts. The Secret Service claims that this stuff was lost due to updating of equipment, of installing of new mobile phones, etc., supply of new mobile phones. But very interesting that it's only those 2 dates that have gone missing. Now, this is actually really serious. This is not just sneaking the president's mistress into the White House, so not signing her in for a bit of hanky-panky or something like this. It's actually destroying evidence in regards to an insurrection. Oh, got complete and utter downfall and manipulation when I shuffled and then split the deck. This is actually really serious stuff. So I just want to see, will those messages be refound? Will those messages be refound? I mean, if they are electronic, they will be. 5 of Wands jumped out. It is about partisanship, but it's also about immature, infighting messages. Okay, thank you, Master. He's reminding me that Wands are all about messages, and this is about messages that may have passed back and forwards that they don't want released. Thank you, Master. Because of the petty, immature, childish nature of them. Okay. Oops, I'll just pause for a sec. Hang on. Sorry about that. That was just husband arriving home from work and he's taken the dogs for a walk. So needed to let him do his thing and get the dogs out of here because they do tend to get very excited when it's walk time. Okay, so will the text messages turn up? Because theoretically there should be a record somewhere of the communication. It's odd that it's just those 2 days. Will those text messages actually turn up? It's my money laundering card. That's interesting. My dark money. Dark money. Will those text messages turn up? Will they turn up? That's telling me a no. Will they turn up? An inevitable ending to it. That's sitting at the base of the pack again. Judgment. Biden administration. Crossroads. Okay. There's a lot more here. And a new message coming forward. And then the base we've got Russia having to defend. Message coming forward, walking away. Trump walking away. Trump juggling. Trump has a hidden agenda. Okay, and then someone in the family is going to be a whistleblower in regards to Trump.org, which will lead to loss. The truth will move it all forward, and there will be justice and moving back to balance. Okay, very quickly. Again, and I'll go through these in a second. I'll just put them aside. Again, I'm getting a no in regards to this because I'm thinking that there is bigger fish to fry. I've had this a few times when talking about these type of instances in regards to the January 6th Commission investigation, this money laundering, this inevitable ending, this judgment, the Biden administration's at a crossroads and there's this new messaging coming forward. The next card I just pulled that off the top as the next card after this, complete and utter downfall. So I think this comes back to this, what this is telling me, they're very possibly not going to pursue it. Knee deep in the swamp, holding the two swords of truth, eyes closed, having to choose which way to go. And I think this fire message, this passion message, is what is going to overtake and lead to downfall. So I think what's happened is the Secret Service have got the message that this is not acceptable, but I don't think the investigation is going to follow it. We have this complete and utter downfall. So, looking at the other cards that came up, I'll put those to the side and then I'll go through these cards very briefly for you. We've got restriction. The truth restricting. Russia is there, having to defend in regards to this Russian energy. There is a message that is going to come forward that is going to lead to some individuals walking away from Trump. Okay. So this messaging about Russia, oh gosh, Russia pops up just about every time. I'm surprised the devil card hasn't turned up yet. And it won't in this reading because I'm nearly finished. Walking away from this Trump energies. Trump is juggling financially, but also there's this juggle going on about what financial information to bring forward, what ship to bring into harbour in regards to Trump. Rather than scattergunning, it's about deciding what path to actually take, as there is this hidden agenda. And what's going to happen is there's going to be a whistleblower in the Trump family over this hidden agenda. In the Trump org, a whistleblower in the family. It's going to lead to loss. The truth is going to set them free, or set them forward, and we're going to have justice and a return to some sort of moderation. So I don't know that we will ever find out any more of that. I think even if they are still available, they're not going to come out. And I think it just comes down to what fish do we catch and cook? If we spread ourselves too thin, we're not going to achieve anything type situation. We're going to have to focus, I think, is what it comes down to, on what can be proven and what can be backed up. And I have read on the Secret Service agents themselves that they are in there was one that would talk and one that wouldn't, and one was in fear and the other one was being paid. So I don't think the Secret Service agents themselves are going to come forward either. Okay, sorry that went for a bit long. Thank you for joining me, and I shall catch you tomorrow. Let's see what tomorrow brings. And then on the Friday, we'll go over what the 8th hearing has brought forward. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care. I see the 8th hearing bringing out something that is really going to impact on Trump with his speech the following week. So I'm really looking forward to this. Stay sane, look after yourselves, take care. And light and love and energies to you all. Bye-bye.